Imagine slipping on a glove that is woven entirely from hundreds of living ants. Now, imagine that you have to keep it on for 10 full minutes. That isn't a scene from a horror film. That is a rite of passage for young men of the Satare Mawe tribe deep in the Amazon rainforest. And the creature responsible is the bullet ant, arguably the most painful insect on the face of the earth. Definitely not related to Ant-Man. Welcome back to World's Deadliest. I am your guide, Leo. I'm sure we all doing great. In our last file, we unraveled the lethal precision of the Sydney funnel web spider. But today, we plunge deep into the humid shadows of the neotropics to face an entirely different kind of terror. It doesn't want to eat you. It doesn't even want to kill you. It just wants you to suffer. Known to science as Paraponera clavata, the bullet ant belongs to the subfamily Paraponerinae, making it one of the most primitive living ant species on Earth. Hopefully I said that right. It has changed very little over millions of years, essentially existing as a living fossil, with a venomous stinger. These ants prefer humid lowland rainforests. They build their nests in the soil at the base of massive trees, housing colonies of between 1,000 and 3,000 workers, all serving a single queen. What a flex. But while their homes are on the ground, they are primarily arboreal foragers. They climb trees as tall as 30 meters, roughly 10 stories high, to search for nectar and small invertebrates. Just try to picture that. Western science officially described the bullet ant in 1775, but the indigenous peoples of the Amazon have feared this creature for thousands of years. Early European explorers reported that the ant's sting felt exactly like being shot by a bullet, which is precisely how it earned its name. Talk about earning a name through pain. Most stinging ants can either bite or sting. The bullet ant, however, is equipped with both a powerful mandible bite and a potent venom-injecting stinger, and it can deploy both simultaneously. Let's break down the biological weaponry. The bullet ant's primary weapon is a peptide toxin called poneratoxin. While most insect venoms simply trigger swelling and inflammation, poneratoxin does something far more diabolical. It directly disrupts the voltage-gated sodium channels in your nerve cells, causing them to fire uncontrollably. Your nervous system goes haywire. The result is waves of throbbing, burning agony that can last anywhere from 4 to 24 hours. Entomologist Justin Schmidt ranked the bullet ant as a level 4, the highest possible level, on his famous Schmidt Pain Index. He famously described the sensation as pure, intense, brilliant pain, comparable to walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch nail embedded in your heel. The physical reaction includes trembling, sweating, nausea, and temporary paralysis of the affected limb. Some victims experience a temporary uncontrolled shaking of the stung area, a symptom so distinctive it earned the insect a nickname in Brazil, Formiga 24, the 24-hour ant. While a single sting is almost never fatal to a healthy adult, the venom load from multiple stings can become genuinely dangerous, and those with severe allergies face a very real risk of anaphylactic shock. If you're fascinated by the extreme lengths nature goes to defend itself, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are just scratching the surface of Phase 1 in our world's deadliest archives. Join the ranks, and let's delve deeper into the darkness. We cannot talk about the bullet ant without exploring the Satare Mawe initiation ritual of the Brazilian Amazon. When a young man is ready to be recognized as a warrior, typically around age 13, he must undergo one of the most brutal coming-of-age ceremonies in human culture. The elders gather hundreds of bullet ants and render them temporarily unconscious using a plant-based solution. The sedated ants are then woven into large leaves to form a glove, with all of their stingers pointing inward. When the boy slips on the gloves and the ants wake up, the ceremony truly begins. He must endure the simultaneous stings for 10 uninterrupted minutes, while dancing and singing, to demonstrate his mental fortitude. To complete the initiation and prove his character, this grueling test must be done 20 times over the course of several months or years. Now that's some S-tier level of endurance. Despite possessing a weapon of mass suffering, the bullet ant is not inherently aggressive. They will go about their business peacefully unless provoked or accidentally stepped on, just like me. When threatened, they use chemical pheromones to release an alarm, instantly recruiting other workers. They also communicate via stridulation, rubbing their body segments together to produce a chilling warning sound. But what makes ponerotoxin so terrifying is also what makes it scientifically invaluable. Because it so precisely targets sodium ion channels, researchers are actively studying the venom. It is viewed as a potential breakthrough tool for understanding chronic pain disorders, treating nerve diseases, and even developing the next generation of local aesthetics. Furthermore, this insect is considered a keystone species. Bullet ants aerate the soil, control small insect populations, and assist in seed dispersal. Without them, the Amazon would be a less balanced ecosystem. So, how do you survive the bullet ant if you ever find yourself in the dense jungles of the neotropics? First, look before you grab. Because they forage on tree trunks and fallen logs, always scan the surface before placing your hand down. Their large size makes them highly visible if you are paying attention. Second, secure your perimeter. Wear closed-toe boots and tuck your pants into your socks. If you spot one, stop moving. Because where there is one, there are almost always many more. But what if you are stung? Do not panic. Remove yourself from the area instantly to avoid further stings. There is no antivenom for ponerotoxin, so treatment is supportive. Apply cold compresses to slow the venom spread and take antihistamines or pain relievers to combat the inflammation. The agony will peak within 30 minutes and typically subsides within 12 to 24 hours. Uncomfortable? Absolutely. Survivable? Almost always. The bullet ant commands respect. It doesn't build grand traps or hunt in massive, world-ending swarms. It simply carries a molecular payload so devastating that it forces apex predators to bow down. It is a masterpiece of defensive evolution. Before we close this file, a question for the archives. Would you endure the gloves of the Sadara Mawe to prove your strength? If you're fascinated by the extreme lengths nature goes to defend itself, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are just scratching the surface of our world's deadliest archives. Join the ranks, and let's delve deeper into the darkness. This concludes episode 2. We've explored the venom of the arachnid and the agony of the insect. But as we open the next file in our archives, the aggression of our targets is about to escalate. Next time, we don't even have to leave South America. We are tracking a highly toxic, hyper-aggressive arachnid that doesn't build webs to wait for its prey. It hunts them on foot, a venomous wanderer notorious for hiding in the darkest corners of human homes and the very shoes you wear. I am Leo. Keep your eyes open and never trust the shadows. See you in the next one.